What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we have got some unexpected breaking news with Biden and stimulus. This is your stimulus check update and your stimulus package update. Now, the past week or so, you guys, Biden has just been making moves left and right, and we have an update for you. Take a look at this. Just came out less than an hour ago. Appeals court rejects the effort to halt Biden's eviction moratorium, you guys. That's right. So in other words, that eviction moratorium that was set into place not too long ago, it got taken to court, and what they're saying is no, it is gonna stand. It is gonna keep going on, you guys. Now also, as I mentioned, President Joe Biden right now, he is on the move. Take a look at this. Biden is canceling $5.8 billion in student loan debt, the largest amount so far. And you guys, he's making these decisions and he's not using Congress. So he's doing student loan forgiveness, eviction moratoriums. He's also doing, take a look here, SNAP benefit programs, as we reported to you before. And he's doing all this outside, in addition to that $3.5 trillion stimulus package, you guys. So in other words, if he's passing these own provisions on his own without Congress, this is going to free up the potential for other provisions that people might like to see be included, you guys. Now, in addition to that, we also saw him, take a look at this, just recently, Biden administration to cancel student loan interest retroactively for 47,000 military service members, you guys. So right there, there's multiple ones that President Biden is doing for stimulus provisions, pretty much giving out money to people. And what we're hearing is that it is needed because take a look at this. This is just mind-blowing, unexpected news that came out. 61% of Americans paid no federal income taxes in 2020 last year during the pandemic, Tax Policy Center says, and they're saying this is due to the fact that so many people didn't even make enough money to pay any federal income tax. And also, they said that the unemployment forgiveness, that it went out to so many people and it wiped out all their federal taxes, you guys. So huge news coming out, you guys. I'm going to give you the details of what they're saying about the eviction moratorium staying in place and some of these other provisions that President Joe Biden has passed. And there is a lot going on. It feels like I've been doing 2 or 3 videos a day, and at the end of the day, I still have tons of stuff that I haven't gotten a chance to report to you guys. So I'm going to do my best to dive in right now, get you caught up on the latest as of today, August 20th, 2021. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, keeping you up to date on stimulus, Congress, the economy, unemployment, all that good stuff, don't forget to take a second to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel a ton. Lets YouTube know you think I'm doing a good job, and in turn, they might share this out to other people on YouTube. Also, leave your comments down below, and if you like this, share it out on other social media platforms as well. And if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, come join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff so you know what's going on. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to join me on Instagram at SteveRam3. That's the best way to get a hold of me if you got any specific questions that you want answered. And I story there pretty much daily. And this weekend, the wife and I are going to be getting out of town with the kids. We're going to be celebrating 15 years of being married, you guys. Man, that's 15 years. Like, our marriage could get a driver's permit now. So we're going to be going out of town, and if you want to see what we're doing, go ahead and hop on Instagram. I story pretty much every single day. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest on these new announcements coming out right now. Unexpected news regarding new provisions provided for stimulus from President Joe Biden. All right, you guys, so link in the description below to this article that just came out less than an hour ago that says appeals court rejects effort to halt Biden's eviction moratorium. And it says a federal appeals court on Friday today rejected an effort to block the Biden administration's new eviction moratorium, likely teeing up the lawsuit for the Supreme Court. Now, a 3-judge panel for the Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit unanimously denied an emergency motion filed by 2 chapters of the National Association of Realtors to halt the eviction ban. Now, the brief unsigned decision comes a week after the U.S. District Court Judge Dabney Friedrich, a Trump appointee, rejected the group's effort to block the moratorium issued by the CDC. Now, earlier this month, President Biden ordered a more limited extension of the eviction freeze that expired in late July. Now, the current moratorium is slated to expire in early October. So, you guys, what we're hearing is this is likely going to be carrying over until October, and they might file an appeal, take it to the Supreme Court. But as it stands right now, the eviction moratorium is still in place. Now, in addition to that, take a look at this link in the description below. Biden is canceling $5.8 billion in student loan debt, the largest amount so far. It says the Biden administration is erasing billions of dollars of more in student loan debt wiping the slate clean for hundreds of thousands of Americans. Now, this is really interesting right here because we had heard him say before that he did not support wiping out student debt, and he had talked about doing it on a larger scale for up to $10,000, and then we saw progressives push for $50,000, and he said he didn't support it. So it's kind of been back and forth, but here we're seeing him do it for different types of groups. And it says the new announcement is this year's biggest yet from the U.S. Department of Education, which has now canceled a total of almost $9 billion in federal student loan debt since President Joe Biden took office in January. Now, with their balances gone, the borrowers are better able to save, invest, and pay off debts. Now, meanwhile, tens of millions of Americans, listen to this, continue to wait for word on whether the president will provide student loan forgiveness on a grander scale. And you guys, this is interesting because we're seeing him kind of switch stances on some of these provisions, and we just heard him say they were not going to be continuing unemployment. So we will see, because seeing things like this really makes you wonder, okay, is this set in stone, or could we see slight modifications? Even though they're not officially announced, things are being done that were said differently previously. It also says the fresh debt cancellation totaling $5.8 billion extends to more than 323,000 severely disabled people, says the Education Secretary Miguel Cardona. So this is going to those that are disabled. Now, in addition to that, we also saw this one. Take a look, link in the description below. Biden ignores Congress to increase SNAP. And it says the more than 20% uptick, you guys, they're increasing this by 20% in SNAP benefits, has a dramatic implication for the federal budget. 20 years ago, the federal government spent $22 billion total on SNAP in today's dollars. Now, the trajectory of SNAP spending was already raising concerns before the pandemic when it reached $55 billion in 2019, adding $20 billion or more per year to these costs without a way to pay for it is unsustainable in the long term. Now, this is according to this article, but what we're hearing is, yeah, they're increasing SNAP benefits, food for families, you guys. So another one that was recently done by President Joe Biden. So there's a lot of stuff that's coming out right now. And as I mentioned, this is all outside of the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. So some of these provisions that they might have included, he's doing it on his own. And here's another one that just came out today. Take a look at this, you guys. Biden administration to cancel student loan interest retroactively for 47,000 military service members. It says the Biden administration announced on Friday today that it will retroactively waive student loan interest for thousands of current and former active military service members, you guys. So man, a lot is happening right now with President Joe Biden forgiving a lot, providing a lot of stimulus money in different forms, you guys, wiping out student debt, providing more for SNAP benefits, and extending the eviction moratorium. Now, we're going to see what else gets included here, what else he's going to be doing outside of that $3.5 trillion. Now, mentioning that, right now we're waiting to see what Congress is going to be doing with that, because we are seeing Delta cases on the rise, and we're hearing that they're right now working on tons of different provisions. I actually just got word of another form of a stimulus check provision that is being proposed right now. Now, it's not called a stimulus check, but they're giving it a different name. Now, I'll be sure to update you guys here in an upcoming video. I'd like to designate more time to that specific provision. But you guys, we're hearing that this might be needed, because take a look at this article, just came out today. 61% of Americans paid no federal income tax in 2020, Tax Policy Center says. And it says more than 100 million U.S. households, or 61% of all taxpayers, paid no federal income tax last year, according to a new report. Now, the pandemic and federal stimulus led to a huge spike in the number of Americans who either owed no federal income tax or received tax credits from the government. Now, according to the Urban Brookings Tax Policy Center, 107 million households owed no income tax in 2020, up from 76 million, or a 44% increase for all taxpayers from 2019. You guys, that is huge. I mean, 44% increase. Over 100 million households paid no federal income tax. So what we're hearing is right now, that's the indication that there is a lot of people right now that aren't making a whole lot of money. So this might be needed, but we will see, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, we heard there won't be any more further unemployment extensions. However, will we see tax forgiveness again for unemployment in 2021? we will see what gets included, and I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. So you guys, that is the latest. Man, President Joe Biden right now is a man on the move, and there's also a lot going on in the news with him with Afghanistan. If you didn't see that video that I uploaded, be sure to check it out, as there's a lot of people right now that are saying they are not friends with President Biden. But you guys, we will see what unfolds. I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. As always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And again, I'm going to be out of town celebrating the 15-year anniversary with the wife, but I will catch you in the next video, you guys. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a second to smash that like button. Just takes a second, really helps me out a ton. And if this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, come join the Ram fam. And if you got any questions for me, do so by sending me a DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But you guys, hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. Have a great weekend. This is Steve.